Hey there guys, Next Strike here, back again for another comic book review. And today we get to talk about Batman and Robin Volume 1, Born to Kill, yes. And here is the back. Alright, so this volume is, of course, mainly focusing on the relationship between Batman and Damian. And I have had little to no exposure to Damian in the comic books with his own, unique story. He's been more or less a background character to the things I've seen him in. So yeah, not too much exposure for me, aside from really Injustice, and I think that's about it, yeah. So, this is the first one where I really got to delve into Damian and see what he's like. I knew that he was a natural born killer, and he was raised by a League of Shadows, and all this other stuff, but I didn't know what he was actually like. I just read about him for the most part, and very interesting stuff in here. Now, this isn't the best Batman family. In fact, it's actually a little bit lower on the list for me. Yeah, it's not as good as Batman or Nightwing. It's probably about as good as, well, I'd say it's a little bit worse than Batgirl maybe, but yeah, it's towards the bottom for me. I know a lot of people like this book, but for me, it just doesn't, I don't know, I just don't like it as much. I guess it's because Damian is really defiant, and the story takes a really long time to get going. The story is about, well, it's a retcon villain basically, which a lot of these villains are. But anyway, yeah, he was with Bruce when he was training to become Batman, and now he wants revenge, and he's starting to kill off some of the Bat family. Well, not the immediate Bat family, but the Batman Incorporated family, which I don't even think that's canon. I don't know, that's confusing. But anyway, so I'm going to show you guys a picture really quickly, if I can, of the art. It's kind of hard to find a picture that isn't spoiling anything. I'm trying to get one of Batman and Robin. Oh, here we go. So, there we go. There's some art. The art is, you know, it's decent. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Oh, and this is written by the same guy that did Green Lantern Corps, which I think kind of raised the expectations a little bit for me, and then it kind of let me down because he did so well with Green Lantern Corps, which, to be fair, he's been running Green Lantern Corps for years, so, you know, kind of expected. But anyway, so yeah, aside from the art, the story is, yeah, you know, a retcon villain comes back, and he's trying to bring Damian onto his side because he knows that Damian is a natural born killer, and he's trying to get against Bruce. You know, he's trying to really irritate him and then maybe even kill Robin. So yeah, Damian is stuck between choosing to go back to the life of the killer or sticking with Batman and, you know, sticking with him and not killing people. So I think it goes without saying, we all kind of know how it's going to end. I mean, duh. But, I mean, it is pretty interesting. It gets pretty interesting towards the end, and it gets pretty intense. But it just wasn't as intense as some of the other books I've read. So, it's not a first-to-get book, but it's decent. It's decent. Decent in the good way, not in the meh way. So, yeah, it's good. It's just not like, wow, you know, I read that book and I was so amazed or whatever. So, yeah, take that for what you will. Let's see, is there anything else I really need to talk about? I don't know where they're going to take this next because I have not read Volume 2, or well, Volume 3 is not even out at the time I'm recording this, so I don't know where he's taking this character. He doesn't have too much time to build him up, but I'm interested in Volume 4 because that's when Batman teams up with a lot of the other family, so I don't know. Until then, maybe if you guys have read more, you can tell me below, or if you're interested, you know, just leave a comment below and tell me, and I don't know, maybe I'll be able to give a more a better explanation. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, that's all I had to say about this book, and yeah, catch you guys for the next review.